Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from the ECF forums and from Vape TV, baby. Forget about it. How you guys doing over there today? Well, as promised, the wait is over. When I say the wait is over, we got here. I'm gonna be creating for you my super duper nooper. Let me tell you, these coils will kick your ass. Forget about it. That's for sure. I call them the Razer Edge coils, baby. Razer Edge. Why so Razer? It's sharp, steamy hit. It's gonna give you one of them pounding vapes. It's gonna knock your socks off. Forget about it. So I was a little delayed, but I'm back. I had to get some parts as far as for my Ithakas. As you can see, it's kicking ass, that's for sure. Thank you, Vasily. Shouts go to him, that's for sure. Oh man, it's pumping like a champ. But I'm going to show you how to create these Razer Edge coils, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Forget about it. So we're going to be using 0.4, okay? Kanthol, baby. 0.4, baby. And we're going to be using silver. That's for sure. That's what I'm using, baby. Forget about it. This isn't novice class, baby. This is for the enthusiastic vapors, baby. Forget about it. This isn't a book for dummies on Razer Edge coils. No, 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 no. These are for the pros, let me tell you. That's what this vid is for. So if you don't know how to make a twisted coil, if you don't know how to make a dual Highlander coil, baby, you know what? Watch another video. Watch someone else for now because this ain't for you. Okay, getting back to this, baby. People have been waiting patiently. Here it is, a brand new Ithakas. I'm going to show you how to do this from beginning to end, baby. Forget about it. Okie dokie. Okay, so let me focus that for you. There we go. So this is going to be quite simple. We're going to use silver and we're going to use ribbon wire 0.4. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take out the ribbon wire. Okay. Now I got this ribbon wire from the Mesh Warehouse. I'll post up the link. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is take a piece of the silver and flat, beautiful ribbon wire. Okay. And we're going to get ready to do our twisters. So you guys should know already how to do this. Like I said, this isn't a novice class. This is for us enthusiastic vapors. Forget about it. Okay, so we pinch them. Keep it pinched. Keep twirling, twirling, twirling. Okay, the tighter the twirls, the better quality of vape production, taste you're going to get. So we got the first twist going. We're going to do our normal 3 wraps around the bin. And on the ribbon wire, it is so simple because it's nice and firm. That's for sure. Nice and firm. So once you got the 3 wraps, yank down on it. Then get your oh, there it is. Clippers. Cut the excess tail off. It should look like that. See that? That's how tiny the junction point should be. Okay? And this is, as you can see, it's not going to break. It's not going to snap off. Okay? So that's your first part. Now the next part is going to be a quick rundown on ohms, baby. Got to measure the ohms. Now, being that this is ribbon wire, and ohms tend to fluctuate as you keep turning, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure half of what we would want. So at least that's what it's been working out for me. So we got so there it is. So we got our ohm meter up. Now we're gonna measure. Let me untangle these wires. What we're going to do is we're going to tie the silver to the negative, pinch on it, then what you do is you pinch the positive onto the ribbon. And we're at 0.7, 0.8 ohms. Let's do 0.6. There we go. 0.7. Okay. I measured it at 0.7. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece off. Put this on the side. So as you guys already know, we're going to put the non-resistance wire right there at the junction point. Okay, you see that? Right at the junction point where it bends. That's where the non-resistance wire goes. So let me add the silver to it. Two turns with hand, rest with pliers. Now, I do prefer needle nose pliers, baby. Forget about it. They get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. Forget about it. Now, if you got other tools that'll do the job, that's fine too. But this gives me what I want, when I want. Forget about it. It doesn't say no to me. So now, I'll do my 3 wraps. Like so. Press down on it. Now, for the people that may have issues with silver wire because it's so delicate, if you're having problems because it breaks off, snaps off, then maybe you want to use nickel, okay, with the Kanthol. Okay, nickel's a little bit more durable until you get the finesse with silver. Alright, silver is a little bit harder because it's very easy for it to break and snap off, especially when you mount it on the Ithaca or any dripping addy. Okay, so here we go. Here's my first wire. So what I'm going to do is, let me first zoom that in to show you. See that? Nice flat ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate this, make another one, and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so now we're back. I took the liberty already wrapped in one of the coils. Now I'm going to wrap the second one. And you just want to wrap this very close together. It's going to be quite simple because they're ribbons. So it's a flatter surface. It's going to cover more areas of the wick. Here, let me focus it up for you. See that? Okay. Now we continue with the assembly. Loosen up the negative. Drop the first one. And it's going to be set up like how I showed previously as far as my duals, okay? So it's going to be across. Now when you put this in, you don't want to push down on the wires. You only want to push down on the wick. When you push down on the wick, it may look like that. So if it looks like that, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to manually adjust it by hand. Okay? That's all. What I do is I just move over the ribbon. You can do this with a pair of tweezers or pliers, whatever, you know, whatever you find comfortable. And it should look like that. See that? That's the first coil. And it should be directly in the center, right over the 510 connector right there. Okay? Next, take your plain wick. Put it across, like so. Now, when you put it across, I can't emphasize enough the importance of pressing down. You see where I have my fingers? I'm pressing down on the wick that does not have the coil. Now, this, I don't care if the other wick with the coil moves right now, it's fine. As long as you have pressed down this wick with no coil, because that's exactly the same place where you're going to mount the wick with the other coil. Okay? It's going to go in the same spot. So, once it's there, which it is, I'm going to take an overview shot. Looks good. See? It's right above it. Right above that wick with no wraps. Now, if you want more throat hit, then don't use that middle wick. If you want a little less throat hit, more moisture, extra moisture, then do what I'm doing right now. Forget about it. That's for sure. Now we're going to work on the negative wires. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these two. Mouthpiece is on the move, forget about it. So I'll twist these two just a little bit. Okay, now I screw up the screw for the negative. Cut the excess wire. And I'm just pushing down on the two wires that are on each channel here. Turn it around. And what we're going to do is bring down the O-ring. Pinch the wire. What I like to do is this. Let me show you this little tip. When you wrap the positive, okay, there's a torque wheel there. See that torque? What I do is I put the thread right on it, the piece of wire right on it. and I pinch it down on my finger. When I do that, it'll hold that spot, and it'll use the torque as resistance as you're turning it around. Let's see if I can zoom that in for you. See that? I use the embedded thread of the torque to hold those two positive wires so I can wrap it around. When I wrap it around, I always have to bring up the O-ring, cut the other two wires off. Okay. And we're done. Now we push down the wicks. And the wicks I'm using are 1.5. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to align the wicks. You see that? The one with the no coil it's a little bit pushing out to the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up gently and softly. There we go. So that's how it looks. Plenty of airflow. It's going to be extremely juicy, extremely nice. That's for sure. Very wet. It's going to knock your socks off. Forget about it. Okay, so now we put the ceramic ring in. And what I want to do is I want to leave the automatic feeder on the side of the two wicks. So it'll look like that. See that? I move the feeder not really onto the channel like that, because then juice will still travel to this channel. So what I like to do is just move it a little bit off. There we go. Like there. Okay? Actually, you can move it just a little bit more. There we go. Juice will still hit that other channel. Okay? Now we'll put it on the base. Just like so. Now, take off my other ith. So she fires. Okay. Now we can finish building it. Safety first. Make sure you got your safety on, because I've already learned, you know, This thing has fired on my hands while I was mounting this, that's for sure. So I'm going to use some COV4, 8 milligrams, because it's so powerful that I can't do anything more than that. Soak it up. Just like so. Put the mouthpiece on. Tank on. Drip of juice. Okay, now I can fill it up with juice. Okay. So now, let's have a vape. Wow. Oh, Moses. Open up the air control, the juice control a little. Wow. She hitting nice, baby. Wow. Delicious. Let me see what ohm she's at now. Forget about it. Almost 0.6 ohms. That's for sure. Wow. Delicious! Forget about it. With all these freaking vapor, let me tell you, forget about it. So, there you have it, folks. Your Razer Edge coil! Forget about it. Delicious. Alright, so with that, I'll let you guys go. Live hard and vape hard, baby. Alright? Peace out.